Welcome to Center for Spiritual Living Eugene. My name is Kathy Day, and thanks to my application of the teachings of this center, I get to celebrate a happy Kathy Day every day, which brings me great joy. So right now we are going to have a 15-minute meditation. Take this time to breathe in and relax. Get comfortable in your seat. Put things off of your lap and just be. Breathe in love. Breathe in love that is all around us. Breathe it into our body and let our lungs circulate this love automatically. We don't have to direct it. It just does what it does from the divine intelligence from which we all come. Our lungs know what to do and how to do it. Our bodies know what to do and how to do it. So as we breathe in love, we take this time to relax our face and our heads. Relax our neck and let our shoulders relax and drop down, releasing the tensions of the day. Let this relaxation pour down our shoulders and our arms, our elbows, down to our forearms and wrists, and all the way down to each and every fingertip. Breathe in love. Relax our backs and our bellies. Send that relaxation down into our hips and our legs, all the way down through each and every joint and muscle and bone and nerve, down to each and every toe. Breathing in love, being love, circulating love in the form of oxygen. Imagine you are in a warm and safe place. Whatever that looks like to you, you are comfortable and relaxed and at peace. Going within to contemplate our next great expression of life. For no matter what has happened up until this moment, a new present moment begins right here and right now. We breathe in love and relax and breathe out any resistance to love. Take another deep breath in. And relax and breathe out any resistance to love. No matter what has happened up until this moment, a new moment is being created right now by your thoughts and beliefs about what and who you are. So in going within, we connect with the divinity from which we come from, that sacred intelligence that moves through all creation, that moves through us, expanding our idea of what is possible for us. As we increase the flow of Spirit's great ideas through us, the old shell of our old identity can no longer contain the being that we are right now. So just like when a chicken grows beyond its shell, it has to break through the shell into an expanded idea of universe, into an expanded idea of life, into an expanded idea of love, into an expanded idea of who we are. So as we release the old shell of our old beliefs about who we are and what we can do and what we're capable of and what is possible for us, we dive in deep to the divine intelligence from which we come for new, fresh ideas about our expression of life, about our creative expression, about our life, our movement, our joy, about the goodness that is available to us. Just contemplating our good as we breathe in love and breathe out gratitude. We breathe out gratitude for the fact that we can change our mind in any instant. And in the changing of our mind, our experience and our perceptions of our experience shift. They change. They grow. They expand. And knowing this, we choose the best for ourselves, the best for our world, the best for our community. Knowing that whatever is required for this greater expression flows to us in the form of ideas and inspiration, in the form of resources, in the form of supportive people who want to take our idea and run with it. Supportive people who want to encourage and uplift and bring our ideas into fruition. All of us, emissaries of the divine, doing this for one another, being this for one another. Creating a world that works for us all, that expands us all, that supports us all. Breathe in love, breathe out gratitude. How grateful we are for the lessons of nature, for the changing of the seasons, for the shedding of the leaves that no longer serve the tree, change into beautiful colors and are released and fall to the ground. Confetti for the party which is to come. It is converted into fuel for the tree as it enters its dormant season of winter. It fuels the new growth to come. So we take the lessons of the tree and release all that no longer serves us. We release it easily and effortlessly, knowing when it is time to grow that new leaves will come, new ideas, new experiences. What a gift it is to know this. What a gift it is to know that our thoughts help create this. So we think the best. We set our vibration high. We choose activities and experiences that uplift us and delight us and inspire us so that we might have fuller expression of the light and the love and the peace and the power and the beauty and the joy of life. Life expressing through all creation. Life expressing through us. Breathe in love and breathe out any resistance. Love surrounds us in all its forms, from the chair that supports us to the building that shelters us, to nature that inspires us, to the teachers that come and go in our lives, whether they be called teachers or not. We give thanks for our past and only bring forward from that what serves you now, the person that you are now, the person you are becoming in each and every instant. The past is no longer any indicator of what your present and future can be. For we're planting a new seed based in love, based in expanding possibilities, based in nature's wanting to grow through all its creations. Nature wanting to grow through us and express through us and expand through us. Breathe in love. Breathe out any resistance to love. Allow it to seep into every crack and crevice of your being. Feel comforted and swaddled by it. And go forward in this love, from this love, as expressions of this love into our world. And it is good. Gather your energy back. Come into this present space. And thank you for participating in this meditation. Thank you. How blessed we are that you are all here. And for those who are watching from afar, we send you our love. We're going to stand up and we're going to sing a few congregation songs. The words will appear overhead. It's in every one of us to be wise. Find your heart, open up both your eyes. We can all know everything without ever knowing why. It's in every one of us by and by. It's in every one of us to be free. Find your heart, let yourself simply be. We can all have everything without ever knowing why. It's in every one of us here and now. So turn to your neighbor and say hello in whatever way feels comfortable to you. You can wave.
Meet and greet time.
Yes.
Share the love, right?
Right.
Let me give you some love, Kathy.
Okay.
Good morning. Thank you. I know. Okay.
Donna's here.
Yay.
All right. Now that you're all settled down, we're going to sing another song.
Yay.
Please stand up and join us and embody this because you are a gift to the world, a blessing to the world. And we're so glad that you're spending this time with us today. You are the heart, you are the hand, you are the voice of spirit on earth, and who you are, and all you do is a blessing to the world.
We are.
We are the heart, we are the hands, we are the voice of spirit on earth, and who we are, and all we do is a blessing to the world.
I am.
I am the heart, I am the hands, I am the voice of spirit on earth, and who I am, and all I do is a blessing to the world. And if you have your electronic devices on, if you can put them on silent, we would appreciate it. Thank you.
Does this go back up here now? I get this microphone now. Okay. All right. Good morning, everyone. All right. I like different. Good morning. Happy October, everyone. Happy autumn as well. This is my personal favorite time of year when I come alive. If you are here for your first time, please fill out the sheet we have in the lobby and give us your contact info. We'll get you signed up for our weekly newsletter, and that's our best way, your best way to stay in touch. And sorry, I'm failing my words a little bit. Best way to stay in touch and learn about all of our upcoming classes and events and fun stuff happening. Speaking of which, our New Thought Conference is happening this coming weekend, so we still have plenty of spots available. It is going to be full of very inspiring speakers, workshops, and just lots of fun and music as well. Massive music. And here at this center, we know spiritually empowered people live richer, fuller lives. So we use the principles of science of mind to inspire minds, open hearts, and empower lives. And I'm going to share with you now a piece of our global vision. We envision all people, all beings, and all life as expressions of God. And I'd like to welcome up our beloved practitioner of the day, Kathy Day. And if you would all rise, we've got another song we're going to sing together.
We are one, we are one. I am you, me, we are one. And in this unity, we all live in harmony, and peace has come. For we are one, we are one, we are one. I am you, you are me, we are one. And in this unity, we all live in harmony, and peace has come. For we are one. So right here and right now, we remember that there is only one life, one power, one presence that is continually expressing and releasing form through all creation. It is our life, our substance, and our form. It is the air we breathe. It is the lungs we breathe through. It is the electricity that fires through the synapses of our brain and body. This one life is always seeking greater expression through each and every one of its creations. And we are the receptors of that expression, the receptors and expressors of that one life, as love, as peace, as power, as beauty, as joy. So we come together this morning to continue and to expand our expression of all those facets of life, all those facets of what and who we are. We want to see greater expression in our experience of life. So we allow this Spirit to move in, through, and as us in new and expansive ways of being for our greater joy, for our greater peace, for our greater prosperity. And this service and everyone who has come together to create this service is in service to us for this greater mission, this greater possibility, this greater expansion and expression of life. And it is good. We give thanks, and I release this to the law of mind that is activated by this impress and knows what to do and how to do it to make it so right here and right now. And so it is.
So it is.
Thank you, Kathy. That was beautiful. And I am in a little bit of a different flow today, and I realized I never introduced myself. So some of you are probably there like, who the heck is this guy? My name is Donnie Green. I'm an intern practitioner here, and I've been a part of this center for over 4 years now. And I also just want to say hello to everyone that's joining us remotely from home. We appreciate you and welcome you. And also thank you to our audio-visual team up there. We could not do this without you. So. And now I'm going to read aloud for you our affirmation for the month of October. I will read it once aloud, and you can just listen, and the second time, if you choose, you can read it with me. The universe of oneness expresses as limitless potential and possibility. I am curious and vulnerable as I explore how it is never this or that, but always this and that. And with me now, if you choose. The universe of oneness expresses as limitless potential and possibility. I am curious and vulnerable as I explore how it is never this or that, but always this and that. Beautiful. And our theme for this month is Playing with Paradox. And our talk title, given by the beloved Reverend Linda, is The Paradox Mindset. And before our talk, our special musical guests, Russell and Mary, have another song for us.
Nothing you can do that can't be done. Nothing you can sing that can't be sung. Nothing you can say, but you can learn how to play the game. It's easy. Nothing you can make that can't be made. No one you can save that can't be saved. Nothing you can do, but you can learn how to be you inside. It's easy. All you need is love. Oh yeah. All you need is love. All you need is love. Love. Love is all you need. There's nothing you can know that isn't known. Nothing you can see that isn't shown. Nowhere you can be that isn't where you're meant to be. It's easy. All you need is love. All you need is love. All you need is love. Love. Love is all you need. Nothing you can do that can't be done. Nothing you can sing that can't be sung. Nothing you can say, but you can learn how to play the game. It's easy. All you need is love. All you need is love. All you need is love. Love. Love is all you need. All you need is love. All you need is love. All you need is love. Love. Love is all you need.
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 Love is all you need. Thank you.
Now we're preparing for a short meditation before our talk with Reverend Linda. So sit in your chairs and sing the opening song, opening to the good that is present for you right here and right now. I am opening. I am opening. My heart is ready to receive. I am opening. I am opening. My heart is ready to receive. I am opening. I am opening. My heart is ready to receive. I am opening. I am opening. My heart is ready to receive. I am opening.
Russell, if he would stay up here for a moment and play a little behind me as I meditate, lead the meditation. There is only one life. That life is God, Spirit, the infinite. That life is perfect. That life is my life right here and right now. One. Infinite connective web of spirit moving in as and through all of creation. From the mightiest sequoia tree to the vast aspen groves, from the tallest mountain to the deepest sea, from the tiniest insect to the largest mammal. There's only one life being lived, one source, one substance. family of creation. And I am part of that. In the chair where I sit, in the space where I move, I am part of that. Grateful for the opportunity to remember who I am. Grateful for the opportunity to breathe into that truth. I let go. I let life live itself through me. And I let it be so. And so it is. Bless you. Thank you. Thank you. I want to give a very special shout out and thank you to Russell and Mary. Russell Rasmussen and Mary B. England for all the extra work they did, and to Mo for getting all the charts together. Matt is ill this week and was unable to be here. And they stepped up to cover all the things that he normally does, and they have done a beautiful job, and I really want us all to acknowledge them right now. Okay, so thank you, Danu, for the introduction to this, the paradox mindset, playing with paradox. I have to confess, the geek in me is so thrilled with this month's. I've got 5 whole weeks to play with paradox, and it's just making me, I can't help myself. It's just, my mind, I got that kind of weird mind that works that way. So this is you're stuck with me, or you can get up and leave if you need to, but. The original Greek for paradox, the founding etymology of it, the base of it is contrary to opinion. When something is paradoxical, it is contrary to opinion, and it has evolved into meaning things that appear to be in opposite or opposition to one another. That which is this and that which is that, and ne'er the twain shall meet, and yet they do. I have said before, the old fools rush in where angels fear to tread, which is an absolute truth. And he who hesitates is lost is also an absolute truth. That's a paradox. The two of those appear to, the opposite of an absolute truth is another absolute truth. And our little binary brains go with stuff like that. Sorry to the sound room for making that noise. But we need paradox. Without a dark, there is no light. Without an up, there is no down. Without an in, there is no out. Without a left, there is no right. We need the two polarities to balance one another, to create. I grew up in the first 6 years of my life in the little town of Inland, Nebraska, which had 75 whole people, and it had a 4-room schoolhouse, of which we used 2 of the rooms. And first through 4th grade were in, or first through third, or pardon me, K through 3 were in one room, and 4 through 8 were in the other room. And out back, we had a teeter-totter. We had a carousel and a big slide and swings and a teeter-totter, or seesaw, whichever you may, depending on where you are from. Teeter-totter is the basic premise of paradox. They are opposing one another. The opposing forces work together to find balance. The opposing forces work together, and there was always that one person who loved to suddenly let go and hit the ground, which would shoot you up, and it got scary, or someone who would jump off and slam you into the ground. But that's part of play, is learning how life works. And we're going to talk about this, and I'm going to give you so much information today, but it's just going to be an overview of what we're going to be looking at throughout the month. This is the trailer for the next 4 weeks, okay? So the thing to remember about everything is there is only one life. It is all interdependent. We are all connected to one another. Everything that everyone does is impacting everyone else. I have mentioned before the whole idea. I'm just going to insert poison in your little toe. Your little toe's down there. It shouldn't bother anything. The problem is your little toe is connected to your entire body, and poison injected anywhere in your body is going to reach everywhere in your body. So we have to be aware of the fact that everything we do is connected to everything we do. And so we want to learn how, hopefully in this month, to develop what's known as the paradox mindset, the ability to live with the balance of two apparently opposing ideas. Viewing contradictory ideas from an open perspective, from an idea that, okay, that doesn't make sense to me, but I want to try to grasp things from a both and rather than an either or. Either this or that. When we draw lines in the sand and we this or that, we stop greater things from unfolding. We stop bigger ideas from developing. And the point we're going to be making, well, let me share from this book. I didn't bring it in today for you to look at, but it's the Lessons from an American Stoic by Peter Matusak. It is a compendium of articles about Emerson's essays on the various themes that he covered, Ralph Waldo Emerson, and I'm loving it so much. It's just disgusting how much I like it. And of course, as we're coming up on the whole concept of paradox, there's an article in the book that I'm reading, the chapter that came up to be read this month is about paradox. Funny how that works. Yeah. Americans tend toward, this is actually a study that was done comparing American and Asian peoples. Americans tend toward binary thinking, either or, and find it more difficult to tolerate ambiguity. Americans want to work out which side is right, failing to appreciate that right and wrong are relative cultural conditions and valuations. The Eastern bias, on the other hand, is a nuanced approach that endeavors to preserve the basic elements of opposing perspectives, while endeavoring to find a middle way. There's this and there's that. What can we do to make this happen? Americans err on the side of logic, an orientation that polarizes contradictory perspectives in an effort to determine which is more correct. My grandmother was of the more correct school, most assuredly. Asian bias is wiser and more effective in a globalized, increasingly diverse world where conditions are changing 24/7. And opposites will always exist. Every excess causes a defect, and every defect causes an excess. It's a infinity loop. Every excess causes a defect, every defect causes an excess. Every sweet has its sour, every evil its good. Paradox reveals that beyond the binary of us versus them is a third possibility, self-transcendence, that can neutralize irreconcilable opposition. If I'm standing here and yelling at you, and you're standing here and yelling at me, neither one of us is hearing the other, and we're digging ourselves into our hole of I am right and you are wrong. There can't possibly be an if you are right, that would make me wrong, and I can't possibly be wrong. And well, if you are right, I am wrong, and I can't possibly be wrong. And so we get there without seeing that there could be a variation of truth in both of these things, and that perhaps they're pointing us in a new direction. This side of the mountain and that side of the mountain are still part of the mountain. This side of the coin and that side of the coin are still the coin. When we start seeing things in a holistic sense rather than individuated sense, we realize how connected everything, even the apparent opposites, how connected I am to the people who on TV I am screaming at. How can you possibly be thinking what you're thinking? What could possibly make that be that way? Because it's all part of one giant holistic entirety that contains various different things. We have paradoxes in our culture. The whole idea, if you don't risk anything, you're going to risk everything. You heard something like that. You've got to give this a try or you're never going to make it anywhere. Nothing's going to happen. Less is more. Even jumbo shrimp. We live in a culture that talks about paradox, that looks at, sorry, Mary, didn't mean to do that. But we have paradoxical thinking in our own teaching. Our mind is an individuation of the one mind. That the drop of water is not in the ocean, but contains the ocean. That was a Sufi saying, do not be sad for the drop falling in and getting lost in the ocean. Be amazed that the drop can expand to include the ocean. My finite being has the ability to expand into the infinite beingness of all it is. But I tell my stories that I can't, and finite and infinite appear to be polar opposites, but they're parts of the same whole. From another book, I'm reading a few books. Another book that I'm reading actually on the polarity, working with polarities, by Brian Emerson and Kelly Lewis. The point of polarities, this and that, jumbo and shrimp, is not to swing between the poles. We've heard the pendulum, okay, we've swung so far this way, we're getting ready to swing back that way now, and then we're going to swing back this way. That's the teeter-totter. The point of polarities is not to swing between the poles, but to find a way to harness the benefits of both poles, a more sustainable third way, which combines both parts while excluding neither of them. Combining this and that to create a thing which includes it all. This does not make this wrong. This does not make this wrong. Up does not make down wrong. Down does not make up wrong. They work together. And they create something new. And the best way, I have talked many, many times about how breath is a symbol of being in spirit. That spirare, respiration and inspiration, all spring from the same word spirare, which is spirit. And so my very breath, breathing in and breathing out, I am expressing the life of the infinite and the life of the physical working together in concert, coming in and coming out. That our breath, we use the breath to meditate, we use our breath to live. But the whole point of it being that breathing is a lesson in polarities. When I breathe in, I get oxygen. Oxygen fills my body with beautiful, life-giving energy, which converts, it moves through my blood, it feeds my cells, it takes care of everything. And if I could just keep breathing in and breathing in and breathing in and breathing in, what happens is I get a buildup of CO2 and I start to feel a little bit dizzy. Because I've gone all the way to the pole of breathing in. So I need to breathe out to get rid of all this carbon dioxide, but if I get rid of all the carbon dioxide and keep breathing out, I have no oxygen to feed my cells and my brain, so I'm at another polarity that doesn't work for me. It is the act of balancing breathing in with breathing out, breathing in with breathing out. Breathing, I'm not clinging to breathing in, I'm not clinging to breathing out. Both of them are essential. They're completely opposite from one another. But when I work with them together, life happens. I feel better. I don't get lightheaded, I don't get sick to my stomach, I don't pass out. I'm breathing. I'm bringing it in. It's an allegory, it's a metaphor for how to bring polarities together. Breathing out is totally the opposite of breathing in. They couldn't be more different. They have completely different effects. But they're essential to each other, to me, to you, to all of us. The two work together, and we say, what we're trying to get over is win-lose to get to win-win. Actually, the true work of the paradox mindset is to get to win-win-win. 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 When it's done in balance, things move smoothly, things move effortlessly, things feel lighter, they work better. Breathing in, breathing out. And in the world today, there's a whole lot of us and them. The theme for our conference next week is There's Only Us. And if you're just here for the first time today and you're just hearing about this, I please want to invite you, please come to the conference. We've up on a pay-as-you-are-able basis. You can come to any or all of the events. We have speakers and musicians Friday night. We have speakers and musicians Saturday morning. We have workshops Saturday afternoon. We have speakers and musicians Saturday night. And a 90-minute Sunday service with music that's going to be out the yazoo. But the whole theme of it is there is only us. There is no them. There is only all of us together, working together. Neither one is wrong, neither one is right. There are balances that we attain, that we work towards, that we embrace, that we are excited to do. I want to talk a bit. Marcus Aurelius. We are New Thought and Ancient Wisdom, and Marcus Aurelius is some of the ancient wisdom that we draw on. Nature takes every obstacle, every impediment, every opposite, and works around it, turns it to its purpose, incorporates it into itself. Our inward power turns obstacles into fuel. The impediment of action advances into action. The impediment to action advances into action. What stands in your way becomes the way. What stands in your way becomes the way. Win, win, win. Win, win, win. Right, writer. I don't even know. But what it is it's the embellishment of when I can let go. Not of reality, but when I can let go of being totally and completely tied to an idea, to simply entertain the fact that there might be more to my idea than I'm seeing, if I would let it grow a little bit, if I would let it expand a little bit. And when my idea and your idea come together and interact, a whole new idea that neither one of us thought was even possible becomes the third wind in the circle. It's finding the balance. It's making my mind a little whoopy right now, so I don't know what it's doing to your minds. But I trust and know that this is a spiritual tool that allows us to identify our oneness with one another, that allows us to find ways to love one another even more than we did before. And to find ways to love where we couldn't before. We work on ourselves, and then we work with the people that we love. And then when we grow enough, we work with the people that we have difficulty with, so that we can expand our circle to include everyone. That doesn't mean I have to invite them over for supper. Marjorie Taylor Greene is not going to be my bestie. But I am going to find a way to love her. I am going to find a way to love the need in her that requires what it is that she's looking for. The pain that she's expressing in all that she does. Yeah, it sounds hard. I love everybody except them. Yeah, well, and that's where we know, I've told this story many times, and I'm going to tell it again. I get repeating myself, but I know I'm repeating myself, so I'm not repeating myself, right? I heard Ram Dass one time talk about, I saw him after his stroke in his wheelchair, and he was speaking at a place I was in Sonoma County. And he talked about how he says he had an altar in his home, and he had a picture of the laughing Jesus, and he had a picture of the Buddha, and he had a picture of G.W. Bush on his altar. And he says, and I came down the stairs and I see the laughing Jesus, and my heart warms up, and I feel the joy and the love and the peace, and I see the Buddha, and I am so grounded, and I see George, and then I know what my work is for the day. I know what I have to do, and that's how we need to become. It's not to say that we're going to embrace that which is opposite us, but there are lessons there that I need to learn. Love that I need to express in those things that don't make sense to me. Because there's only one mind, there's only one life, there's only one of us here. So I need to do a deep dive in how to open into the third way in my own life, in our lives. How do we dive in to the third way? Cynthia Bourgeault, who has written many wonderful books, she's a progressive Christian, and she's a brilliant woman, and I'm reading right now Wisdom Jesus. And she says, meditation is a tool you use to upgrade your operating system, to move from that either-or thinking of the binary mind into the more spacious heart awareness that sustains the wisdom way of knowing. We meditate to find a way into seeing beyond duality, to seeing oneness wherever we look, even when it really invites us, seduces us to be upset. That's when we know, okay, there's a lesson here for me to learn. Now I know where my work is for the day. In the words of Ram Dass. So thank you for putting up with my geekiness. I am excited by all the things. We're going to be looking at the tyranny of the and, or the tyranny of the or and the genius of the and. Tyranny of the or, this or that. That's a tyranny, and the genius of putting them together and seeing how we get to the third way. Win, win, win. Thank you. It is time to have our offering, and we're going to be singing our offering song here momentarily. But first we're going to do a blessing. We have different ways. I keep forgetting to mention to look at the slides. I mean, if you're here, you can see the slides, but there are slides that inform us how we can, how other than giving here, we can give online. We're playing with the idea of moving things around, and I don't know how all this is going to look in the next 6 months or a year, but for right now, we're passing the basket. We're inviting you to participate in whatever way, but to give from love, to give from the heart, to never. When I first took study in tithing, and I still tithe to this day, and it feeds my heart, because every time I find some income, it's like, oh, I can tithe on this. I can give from this. This adds to what I can give. The first thing our teacher taught us was to never give from a place of, this is hard, oh, this is scary, but to wait until I can give from a place of absolute love, and then to give as fully and freely as I know how. And that's what I do. So holding our gift next to our heart, we say together, I bless this gift, knowing it is the circulation of divine good. And we are going to, if I could get my song leaders to come up and help with.
Everything in this world goes around, flowing with abundance, it knows no bounds. Giving and receiving, we circulate the love with gratitude and knowing there's always enough. We give thanks, we give thanks, we give thanks with this offering. We give thanks, we give thanks, we give thanks for everything. We give thanks, we give thanks, we give thanks with this offering. We give thanks, we give thanks, we give thanks for everything.
And we also give thanks because we have one more song by Russell and Mary. And I loved it when they practiced this. I think you're going to enjoy it very much.
This is an Al Jarreau tune, one of my favorite artists of all time. Everything we do with good intent won't ever disappear. It only ripples into habit, and it's ever deep. 'Cause it's no accident that you and I are here, and you and I were meant to happen. There's one thing that I know. It's a gift unto the giver. It's the random act of love every day. find a cause and let it flow just like a river into a random act of love. One simple thing,
Really touch somebody.
make somebody smile inside.
What joy it brings. Really touch somebody. Love's a win-win heart reliever. Good for the giver as it is the receiver.
An open heart can change the way we feel
Into a loving place. Reviving everything that's given in it. Every spark. Another chance to grow. Let love illuminate
the place where light is dimming. There's one thing that I know. It's a gift unto the giver. It's a random act of love every day. Find a cause and let it flow just like a river into a random act of love. One simple thing,
Really touch somebody.
make somebody smile inside.
What joy it brings. Really touch somebody. Love's a win-win heart reliever. Good for the giver as it is the receiver.
One thing that I know, it's a gift to the giver. One thing that I know, let it flow like a river. One thing that I know, it's a gift to the giver. One thing that I know, it's a random act of love. Thank you, Mo.
Sweet.
Okay, we'll stay right here.
So, it is birthday Sunday. It is not only the first Sunday in October, it is the 1st of October. So, do any of you have October birthdays? There is no October birthday in the house. No Libra. Oh, up there, John. Okay, so we're singing happy birthday to John. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear John. Happy birthday to you. God is blessing you now. God is blessing you now. God is blessing you. You are wonderful. God is blessing you now. So, we don't have birthday cake. We're not doing the potluck or anything this week because of everything that's been going on. But we have two people, Don and I believe Bill from across the street, who have left us organic fresh fruits out in the foyer. So help yourself to apples and pears. oh, I grabbed one of those pears. It's like, oh my God, that's the way to my heart. This is the one time of the year that you can actually get a real pear. Okay, Tuesdays at 10 a.m. at the food court in 5th Street Market. The guys are getting together. And we love it that they're having a chance to talk to one another and share ideas and things. 10 a.m., 5th Street Market Food Court. Wednesday night, the gathering continues. Your new team is Reverend Liz, Radiant, Susan, and Danu. I'll be kind of overseeing, but we're doing that, and we're putting everything together. It's going to be fun. It's going to be way interactive. I think it was before, but it's really going to be kind of antithetical to the Sunday service. It's not going to be sage on a stage and people sitting and watching and whatever. It's going to be people in a circle interacting and playing together and learning how to put spiritual practices to work in their life. And so, Scott. Oh, we didn't get the time. Thank you, Scott. Oh, bless you, that breathing in thing again. It's going to be 5:30 to 6:30 instead of 6:30 to 7:30. We're moving it to right after work, and because it's getting dark earlier, it's just better for people to get out earlier. There is no community potluck today, so we can go right past that. And the women's lunch will not be this Saturday because it is, huh? We're partying here. We're doing the whole thing. So if you were going to come to the women's lunch, don't do that. Come here and play with us and sing with us and laugh with us. And you can do women's lunch next week. Men's breakfast will probably not be on Sunday morning. Well, no, it could be Sunday morning because essentially it doesn't do anything with the service. So we could still do men's breakfast. It's at Gateway. Oh, that would have been today. Yeah. Never mind. Breathing in again. I got to stop doing that. And Patricia is still doing her energy work. She's out of town until about the 10th, but she's doing beautiful energy work that really several people have done, and it's really helped them. And we've raised over $400 thanks to her. You get the energy work done, but instead of paying her, you pay us. So it works out nicely. And the annual membership, if you haven't filled it in, please do. Otherwise, I will hunt you down and find you and take your firstborn child and, weird things like that. But that's the part it's the fine print we don't tell you about. And I know some people are saying, yeah, you could have my firstborn child. Thank you very much.
She had twins.
We are, just a reminder, I need to get this reworded. We have 2 people who are interested in being full-time 3-year members of our board, and we also have 2 people who are interested in being 1-year adjunct members of our board. So we are quite excited, and that annual board meeting, or the annual business meeting, will be the last Sunday. We got 5 Sundays this month. It'll be the 4th Sunday in October. We will be, I think it's the 22nd or something like, well, let's see, today's the 1st, 23rd, it'll be the 23rd is when we'll have the annual business meeting and we'll elect the new officers. And Soup for the Soul. This week, it's every Thursday at noon for 1 hour, and everyone is invited. It is a donation basis. I make soup and bread, and we discuss one of the principles of science of mind and the practices that put it to work in our life. This week, we're looking at the principle of oneness, and I am making chicken, vegetable, barley soup, and focaccia breads. So they don't call me Reverend Chef for nothing. Cooking is my love language. Last week I did albondigas and corn. I hadn't made homemade cornbread for so many years because I usually just go buy a Jiffy Mix or a Krusteaz or something, I literally made, melt the butter, whip the sugar in, scramble the eggs into it, do the whole thing, all the flour. Oh, dear God in heaven, it was so good. It was scary. So show up and join us. Next week is the conference. It's funny, I've had people say, somebody asked me, well, what's it like? Okay, so what's apple pie like? What's a Beethoven symphony sound like? How do you explain the experience of being with a group of people, listening to really inspirational speakers, listening to fabulous music, all on the theme of our oneness, all on the theme of connectivity, all on the theme of being part of something bigger and being part of the change in the world. How do I explain that? I don't know. But it's 7 to 9 Friday night, 10 to noon Saturday morning, 1:30 to 4:30 Saturday afternoon is workshops. 7 to 9 Saturday evening is another set of speakers and music. And then Sunday morning, we've got a 90-minute service with music almost constant, you know, and it's just, Danu.
I have a relevant question that would probably be.
Come up onto the stage so people at home can hear you.
Okay.
Could you get me the podium?
I was going to ask.
Come to the mic.
Okay. Is food provided, or should we bring our own snacks and things to keep us sustained through the day?
There's a break. There's a 1.5 hour break for lunch where you can go to any place you want or bring your own lunch and eat in the social hall. And then in the middle of the afternoon, in the workshop afternoon, between the two workshops, 1:15 to 4:30 to 3. But anyway, but like from 3 to 3:15, there is cookies and fruit and iced tea and lemonade, to sustain you from falling, And then there's a dinner break, So
Just wanted to know because we've got a long day of festivities.
we have
so
a
thank
long day of festivities. Yes.
It's a good time of fellowship, because there's lots of people from out of town. Do not miss it. It's like CSL on steroids.
Well, if you have any doubts, just come Friday night and toss in what you can. And then if you decide, yeah, this is something I want to spend the whole day Saturday on, you can. And then if you decide, no, this ain't for me, then don't come back. I'm good with that, But I have a feeling I'm one of those, you'll come back. So check out the book boutique when you have a chance. There's ultimate ways that you can serve. We will be looking for people to help out with the conference when people are checking in and giving them their badges and things. So anybody who can help with that, or I know Bree's going to help me with the food, but because I do feed the speakers, I don't feed but the speakers and the musicians, I feed them. And then we have practitioner announcements and introductions, and then we'll sing our closing song.
If you are ready to experience something greater, some shift, some change in your experience of life, please see a practitioner after the service or put in a prayer request in our bowl in the entryway, or you can also go onto our website and put in an electronic prayer request. So to take advantage of these people who can know greater for you even when you can't know it for yourself. And they can also inspire you to know greater for yourself. So the practitioners here today, I'm Kathy Day, and I'll be up here after the service. And that's it for today. But it's okay, but we're happy to pray for you, to know for you, and to celebrate with you. So please take advantage of this opportunity.
And the rest of our practitioner team, you can call the office and get in touch with them if you want to call them on the phone.
Yeah.
And there's business cards in the social hall.
There are.
There aren't any more. I don't know where they went. But they're in the newsletter.
Yes.
And the website.
So now we're ready to do our song.
Gonna be alright. Singing, don't worry about a thing. 'Cause every little thing's is gonna be alright. Rise up this morning, smiling with the rising sun. Three little birds, each on my doorstep, singing sweet songs, melodies pure and true, saying, this is my message to you. Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Singing, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing's gonna be alright.
Me, I want a win, win, win.
I want to win, win, win.
And so it is.
And so it is.
That's a cute song.